Hello students, welcome to the session. I am Mr. M.H. Mota, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. This session is on the types of cements used in construction. The outcome of this session. At the end of this session, you will be in a position to understand various types of cements and their usage. Along with that, you will also come to know the various types of tests done to assess the quality of cement. Let's understand it in more depth. So we'll start with the ordinary Portland cement. It is the most important type of cement as it is widely used for all regular construction works. It is classified into three types. So those are even called as a grade of the cement. These grades are 33 grade, 43 grade and 53 grade. These grades are nothing but their compressive strength at the end of 28 days when tested under the appropriate and standard testing conditions. The applications of this cement. They are widely used for construction of all common works and high-rise buildings, roads, dams, bridges, flyovers, etc. Also, ordinary Portland cement is used for making grouts and mortars. The second type is rapid hardening cement. This cement is very similar to the ordinary Portland cement. The difference is that it develops very high strength, that too in a very rapid pace. Rapid hardening cement develops at the age of 3 days the same test what can be developed by the ordinary Portland cement at the end of 7 days. So its hardening and gain of strength is much quicker as compared to the ordinary Portland cement. The rapid rate of development of strength is attributed to the higher fineness of grinding and higher C3S and lower C2S content. We already have seen the importance of these block parameters in previous session, or blocks compound in previous session. This kind of cement has been used in prefabricated concrete construction where the higher gain of rate of strength help to have the quicker finishing and quicker production of the goods. Then road repair works where it is expected that the gaining of the strength is faster and road can be opened for the work within a very short time. So they are very good in the performance as far as the road repair works of concrete roads is concerned. This is even very useful in cold weather concrete where the curing has to be done with pace. And this even is useful where the formwork is required to be removed easily. The conditions might be anything like the availability of formwork or to making the space free for any movement as such. In such case, the rapid hardening cement is very useful. Next type is extra rapid hardening cement. Extra rapid hardening cement is obtained by intergrinding calcium chloride with rapid hardening Portland cement. The normal addition of calcium chloride should not exceed 2% by weight of the rapid hardening cement. This cement accelerates the setting and hardening process. It is necessary that the concrete should be transported, placed, compacted and finished within a short time, say around 20 minutes. So the early setting time for such rapid hardening cement is much lesser than that of ordinary Portland cement, and so it needs to be compacted and finished within a very short duration, say of 20 minutes. In case of ordinary Portland cement, this time is more than 30 minutes to 60 minutes. It is necessary that the cement should not be stored for more than a month, as this kind of cement results in a very high gain of strength and rapid hardening. Its shelf life is even very less than 30 days. So it should not be stored for more than a month. It should be utilized in this much shorter time. The strength of this cement is 25% higher than that of rapid hardening cement at 1 or 2 days and 10 to 20% higher at the end of 7 days. As we have seen that rapid hardening cement itself is able to gain the 7-day strength within a 3 days as compared to ordinary Portland cement. Here the gain of the strength is higher and it will gain higher strength in the same period. So it will gain around 25% more strength in 3 days if you compare it with the gaining of strength of ordinary Portland cement. Once again, it is more suitable in cold weather construction. Next is sulfate resisting cement. As we are aware, the ordinary Portland cement is susceptible to the attacks of sulfates, in particular to the action of magnesium sulfate. Sulfate generally reacts both with free calcium hydroxide in set cement to form calcium sulfate and with hydrate of calcium aluminate to form calcium sulfoaluminate. The volume of these are very high. These are more than 227% of the volume of the original element. So it will start bulking. Their expansion within a framework of hardened cement paste results in cracks. This particular phenomenon is known as sulfate attack. This is normally happens in marine structure. In the zone of tidal variation, there is alternate wetting and drying, and because of which there is the change in the volume and particularly the failure of structure even may happen. To remedy the sulfate attack, the use of cement with low C3A content is found to be effective. Such cement with low C3A and comparatively low C4AF, which is resulting in the very high hardening, is known as sulfate resisting cement. The application of these cement, as discussed above, it is used in marine construction, which is the most susceptible for the attacks of sulfate because of high hardness and a high magnesium content of the water. Such concrete is even can be used in the construction of sewage treatment works. And the such cement can be used in concrete used for fabrication of pipes which are likely to be buried in marshy region. So all these applications are related with the use of sulfate resisting cement. Next is Portland slag cement. Portland slag cement is obtained by mixing Portland cement clinker, gypsum and granulated blast furnace slag in suitable proportion and grinding the mixture to get a through and intimate mixture between the constituents. The advantages of such cement is that the heat of hydration for such PSC is very less as compared to ordinary Portland cement. This even results in refinement of pore structures of the final concrete produced. It even results in reduced permeability of the structure and increases the resistance to the chemical attack like sulfate attack. Next is quick setting cement. This cement, as name indicates, sets very early. The early setting property is brought out by reducing the gypsum content at the time of clinker grinding. As we are aware, gypsum is resulting in slowing down the setting process. When we reduce the content of gypsum, the cement generally sets very quickly. This cement is required to be mixed, placed and compacted with much higher pace as compared to ordinary Portland cement. This is generally used in underwater construction where the pumping of water is involved and where the higher amount of gaining the strength and quick setting is expected. So quick setting cements are once again used for the underground water construction works. Next is low heat cement. It is a well-known fact that the hydration of cement is an exothermic action which produces a very large amount of heat during the hydration. The formation of cracks in large body of concrete is quite possible due to this release of heat. This release of heat generally try to come out of a structure and in the process generally forms the cracks in a large body of construction. Such large body of construction can be a construction of dam where temperature rise by a heat of hydration can become excessively large because of its very high and large cross-sectional area. So a low heat evaluation is achieved by reducing the content of C3A and C3A, which are responsible for heat of hydration, and increasing C2S content. The application of such work, it is generally used for the mass constructing works like dam, where the large amount of heat of evaluation may result in the formation of cracks. Next is Portland Pozzolana cement or PPC. It is manufactured by intergrading of OPC clinker with 15 to 35% of pozzolanic material. This pozzolanic material is generally the fly ash or the pozzolanic ash. The pozzolanic material used for manufacture of PPC are calcined clay or fly ash. The PPC produces less heat of hydration and offers great resistance to the attack of aggressive waters than OPC. So its application, once again, it is very useful in marine and hydraulic construction and other mass concrete construction. Air entraining cement. Air entraining cement is yet not covered by Indian standards. It is generally made by mixing a small amount of air entraining agent with OPC clinker at the time of grinding. Generally in India we use air entraining admixtures to form the air entraining concrete as such. The following are the types of such agents: alkali salts of wood resin, synthetic detergent of the alkali aryl sulfonate type, and other additives like animal and vegetable fats, oil and other acids. Last is colored cement or white cement. Such cement consists of Portland cement with 5 to 10% of color pigments added to it. This addition of color pigment generally results in giving the color to the cement. The application of such cement is to fill the joints in dadover and for decorative usage as such. And currently the OPC 53 grade S is the new grade, which is very finely grounded cement with high C3S content designed to develop high early strength. Its application currently is in the manufacturing of concrete sleepers for Indian Railways. Generally, we test such cements on two bases: field testing and laboratory testing. Field testing are the tests conducted at field. So one can open the bag and take a good look at the cement. It should not contain any visible lumps. The color of cement should be greenish grey. It should get cool feeling when thrusted. When we touch the cement, it should give a smooth and not a gritty feeling. When we throw the cement on a bucket full of water, before it sinks, the particles should flow. And when we make a stiff paste of cement and cut it with sharp edges and then kept it on a glass plate under water, there won't be any disturbance of the shape and should get strength after 24 hours. So these are the field tests. A good civil engineer should aware of all these field tests, as normally every time the conduction of laboratory test may not be possible. The different laboratory tests used to assess the quality of cement are the fineness test, standard consistency test, initial and final setting time test, soundness test, and compressive strength test on the cement. We will look on the process of this in coming sessions. So that's it for this session. Let's meet in the next session to know more about it. Thank you. Thank you for having me and patience learning. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.